So it did a 2SD move yesterday. God, by the end of the day, pulled right back to the bottom of the 68.3 Laplace. That 95.4 Laplace right here, that's perfect profit taken. Front run that baby a little bit. Boom. Hell, I would have taken profit at the 1 SD. And on low time, probably 1 minute, hell, you could have got back in this move probably. There's some good trades yesterday. Garlic coin was moving. Yeah, actually, two of those fishers just flipped if that moved to 19 on BTC. Who will win, the hidden bear or the bull div? Let's see. I'm going to check out this correlation. I was looking at, what was I looking at yesterday? Oh, yeah, the correlation between, the hell was that? Let me see here. Hold on. Where are you, little correlation? There it is. Ran right over it. Okay, so I probably got, I want to check this intraday time frames here. It's probably still on SPY, losing correlation too. That's what we want to see. That's what I've been watching. So that's on the 4 hour. It's a daily sloping down. Still pretty strong. 4 hour though. But the 90 minute, yep, sloping out. 45, yep. 15, we'll see. It's flat. Obviously, the market was closed. But yeah, how the 90 and the 45 closed yesterday. These things are losing correlation. You literally, this could be one of those times. We'll see when the market opens. This could be one of those times though. SPY's just going to dump out and Bitcoin's going to pump. That would be nice, actually. It's been a minute. Do like that correlation. 12 hour. Oof, strong.
Yeah, it's been following on the 5 minutes since market open or pre-market.
Beacon. Yeah, it's pulling up a little bit. It just got back above that 1 SD. And I mean, for SPY's sake, you definitely want to see that. You do not want to open up below there. It's sure trying. But it's got that 1 SD band there too. Reverse band. That definitely helps. But ultimately, we're going to want to see this reverse mean on the weekly on SPY cross back up this 33 power mean. No doubt about it. If it gets trapped down here, this thing is really going to dump out. Let me see.
Here's an example of where trending moves can be a lot more than random moves. Right there, if you look at that chart. You can have a lot more trending action than random action in a given data set. It's not always 80-90% random. Sometimes it's not.
Oops, got my index down here now.
Is there another talk today, isn't there, from the Fed? Another speech on something.
Is there something today?
I believe so. Somebody was saying something. I can't remember where though.
You know, whatever the reaction will be to it, it's usually tradable.
Okay, same shit we saw the last day, like whipping around.
Yeah.
Same with
whatever
BTC
whatever the replay news, they're just telling you the third time.
Yeah, it looks like literally right around my birthday. This power mean is going to drop below the reverse mean, right in this area. Wow.
One time.
Yeah. BTC can get up here 22.5-ish again. This thing could move.
Yep. Nice little pop. Either way it goes, it could be some nice volatility.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Especially if you got by then if you're starting to build up into an entropic trending move. Could be seriously nice.
Let me look at oil on the weekly. Which that's one SD as well.
If it chases the RMLR down, right, it's a good short. If it pops up towards the RMLR towards the top of that band, good long, and then you know where to reverse it when it hits if it hits the top or close to it. So
oil could be heading back under 70. It's below this 2 SD band. It could be making a run down here. What's a 3 SD on the weekly? 70. Right at 70 pretty much. 69.7.
yeah.
What else to look at? Let's look at shiny metals.
Oh yeah.
Same thing, man. Below that 2 SD reverse band.
Was
Yeah.
it 16? Like in 2012, what was gold at? Like 1,800, 1,900 bucks. Now it's 1,690. And the same time back then, I think Bitcoin was like trading around $4 or $5. Now it's at like 19,000. You tell me what's a better story value. So, yeah.
Yep. It's trending. Yes, starting to trend. Yeah, dropping. Yeah, you could easily see gold under 1,600.
Yeah. But it's shiny.
I talked to my buddy in Hawaii yesterday. He's usually all cherry. He wasn't happy. It's like I told you a long time ago, dude.
I remember I was overhearing this conversation in the college when I was having lunch one day, and these two professors were sitting there, and he was like, big man talking, like, oh, you know, I bought five ounces of gold, you know, and you should all put money in. It's going to be going crazy and silver and all this bullshit. It was at like 2K. And every day I just see the lad getting more depressed as the price drops and drops. Like,
yeah, if you're shorting it, it's great.
That's the ultimate story of a heavy bag, too. No heavier bag than holding gold. Yeah, even Doggo agrees. Doggo's like, yes, cannot be holding gold.
have you seen that mega yacht that's like made out of 100,000 kilos of gold?
Jesus, no.
It's like it's worth like I think it's worth about $6 billion in gold alone. But like the market value was only sold for like 4.5 billion or something like that.
Wow. I have not seen that.
It's called. Hang on, I'll get a link for it.
Yeah. That would be interesting. Gold spot.
How does that fucker float?
I was about to ask. I want to see the pictures first. That's a heavy boat.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. The one from like some Arab sheik in like Dubai or something like that.
I don't
think
know.
the guy like the number.
Some
I think there was like a number 2 guy in one of those Gulf states who like had that boat or something, like the son of the dictator or whatever, or the emir or whatever they call him.
That's pushing it to the limit. I want a solid gold boat, Dad.
It's ultimate fuck you to everybody. Like, yeah, I literally have $1 billion yacht. Like, it's not even a big yacht either. It's only a small one. Like, it's only like a 30 or 40 meter.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Yeah, completely plated in gold. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a big flex for no reason.
Right.
Like when you own a country, do you really need to show off how much gold you have? Is it really a thing? I don't know. I guess so.
Or smart. What the hell? I'm hiding all my gold if I had it.
I guess if you have an army to protect it, you know, and the U.S. is your ally.
Apparently, it's the richest man in Malaysia, or the second, and which is the second.
Oh, right.
Southeast Asia.
Yeah, Malaysia, not the Gulf states, right? Yeah. Still, either way, it's like, do you really need to flex like that? What's the deal, bro? Do you
Like, what could you do?
like,
What else
are
could
you
you do
that
with 400
empty?
billion? Like,
Like, it's like boats are not considered an asset, really, right? Like they're a liability. They just cost money to
pretty
maintain.
fucking risky, to be honest with you.
Oh,
Yeah,
big time. And that's
yeah,
literally, boat stands for break out another thousand. In that in that
exactly,
in that case, it's like break
exactly.
out another billion.
Yeah, exactly.
But the
This is
funny
like,
thing is, it was sold for 4.8 billion, right? But then when you work out the value of the gold, it's like 6.5 billion or something like that. So like you could literally buy it, break it down, and make money off
Big time. Let's meld it down, boys.
it.
We'll mold something else. Yeah. I've owned a boat once, P-Funk, and they are literally just holes to throw money into. Crazy. Especially saltwater. What a nightmare. I had mine on Tahoe, so didn't have to deal with the salt, but still, always something. Always throwing money into it. Okay. I do like BTC's daily chart, to be honest.
yeah,
But
it's having a nice little move right now to the upside.
I want to see
Random,
the
random over 15 minutes, but still, it was a nice little pop.
I want to see these low time frame correlations between SPY and Bitcoin really go negative, and then I'll be like, okay. That's when you know SPY is gonna dump, BTC gonna pump, probably. Been a minute. Let's see here. This shit coin, man. Good lord. Burr. What the fuck? Dixie. Interesting. Let me see here. You know what else I wanted to take a peek at? I wanted to look at Tesla on the weekly. Let me see something. Yeah, Tesla actually doesn't look too bad. Looks better than anything else we just looked at. That power mean just crossed up the reverse mean last few weeks. Predictors of the top side on Tesla. There's hope. Musk coin. Alright. Back over to the VRE. Yep, they're pushing it up above that 1 SD. And then we got this monthly level here too. What is that? Yep, S2, I believe. Yeah. So the monthly S2, where's the S3 at? There it is down there at 346. Bottom of the weekly at 344. Yeah, this is, let's see what happens here in 10 minutes. How did this chart close yesterday? Let's take a peek. Because I did not look at it around close. These fissures are pretty low. The bands haven't budged either. It is trending. Trending to the downside, contracting, positively correlated. Building a little bull div though. We talk about this, man. The Z-score has been hanging out low for a while. It does not do that often. It does not do that often what it's doing right now. There's no bull div on it. It's just on the return oscillator, but we're below the zero mean. It'd be different if this return oscillator was up here bouncing off the zero mean and be like, today's going to be up. This pre-market might be down, but this thing might pump. It's a 4-hour doing. Still having an outlier from yesterday. That last 4-hour candle was a shit too. Fishers are charging down. I mean, there is some bull div, but look at the correlation. Right? Returns oscillator's up. Correlation is negative. It's kind of telling me we're going to get a rejection right here off the zero mean. Could very possibly do that. And locally, there's really no div. It's coming back from here. All right, September 13th. September 13th. I mean, locally, there is some on the Z-score. Looks like it's trying to come out of trend to the downside, though. You know what would be... Boy, they could run this down real quick and bounce it off of this 95 for Laplace or something today and just rip back up. They're definitely trying to get people in bad positions. All right, stay there. About ready to throw. This trap pad's going in the fire pit tonight. I don't know what is wrong with it. Let's see, before this market opens, let's do... All right, let's go over here. Let's do our Crypto Warlord. Some love here. Check out XRP again. Yeah, it's right now. It's rejecting, or it's literally at power mean. Yep. Got above it yesterday, pulled back, closed inside it. Man, it is just crushed right in between the reverse mean and power mean. But it had a pump end of the day, right? Pretty sure it did. I think I saw Warlord post a chart.
Yeah, the daily mean on this thing, the VRE level, is rather low. So I'd be looking for a pullback in there because it's unusual that it doesn't hit the daily mean.
Yeah.
Well, it pulled back hard at the end, didn't it? What did it get up to? Jesus, 55, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a nice little run. Let me put a... Is that 8 bars? Yeah. Let's throw you on 8, buddy. Ooh. Yeah, we're outside the distribution. Yeah, this is probably going to pull back in here at some point. Maybe today.
That funny thing that I do with the AVRs, the one that we've been sitting on from the 16th of September, I'd say 3 hours after the new daily VRE print, it broke through the 12th Laplace band, and if I had like 15, it might have hit number 15. So now I think price action is sort of basing itself between number 10 Laplace band and number 9 Laplace band. Now, obviously, because it's got 10 Laplace band, it's going to want to go for the 12th one. And then we need to wait for the flashes again.
Right.
Otherwise, there's an over, and that mean, which will be at somewhere like 30 cents or 33 cents, that thing's still highly active. So that's that chaos of a pullback, the PTSD nonsense of you check this thing pump and then like just gets ripped all the way to the downside and then gets ripped again now for it's like 6 months pump. I reckon that's that cone level.
Right.
Yeah, that mean, but now this is all speculation. I've never seen that before. So I'm just going on the fly now.
Right. Yeah, that wick got up into the 99% ranges and ripped back down. Almost got to, what is that, the 11th? Yeah, I'm sure this is what you just said. I just pulled it up, though.
We all read the same, yeah. But I like Shannon entropy here because with the big wick that's coming in, it still tells me, I mean, not Shannon entropy, the normal entropy with the predictor model still tells me, oh shit, just go look for positive drift in the book somewhere. Oh, there you go. The next time frame is obviously negative. But with it still holding that high, I'll go look for like positive drift. Be like, why is this thing still going out?
Yeah, the 4 hour. Well, let's see. Are you? What are you? Oh, AMD? No, what did I just try to do there?
Yeah, Bitcoin go down, short the graphics card, right?
There we go. So there's the 4 hour. Got some hidden bull. Fishers are coming down, though. Yeah, let's see. VRE. Yeah, it is contracting a little bit. Still significantly positively correlated, but definitely starting to slope down. Coming out of trend. You said daily. Yeah, and that was a big outlier. A lot of bear div. Got some bear div cooking here. Still trending hard, though. The trend is for real. Fishers on the daily are just ripping. But yeah, everything on here is definitely
Gone a bit wonky.
probably going to cool off a bit.
Indeed.
That was some good. That would have been some good profit taken. What's that look like on the VRE? Let's see. I don't even have it on my watch list. Sorry.
Don't need it. Be on your watch list. Didn't have to be on your watch list for 7 years, man. It's chilled.
So it did a 2SD move yesterday. God, by the end of the day, pulled right back to the bottom of the 68.3 Laplace. That 95.4 Laplace right here, that's perfect profit taken. Front run that baby a little bit. Boom. Hell, I would have taken profit at the 1 SD. And on low time, probably 1 minute, hell, you could have got back in this move probably. There were some good trades yesterday.
Yeah.
Garlic coin was moving.
Pumping, man. I'm excited. There's 5-day positive drift in the book. So a lot of the sells that are going to come in, they might come in hard, but they're going to be wicked to the upside until 5 days says sideways or negative. But for now, it's pretty strong.
So what's the word? Why is it moving? Trick question.
By the news.
Do you want to hear the news?
That's
I got some news for you, brother.
like trick question.
Basically, there's a lot of hype. I mean, like, sure, there's maths behind it, but there's a lot of hype that the whole case is coming to an end, and it's massively favored in Ripple's favor, basically. They all put in their summary judgments, and it's looking like there's going to be either announcement of the case won in Ripple's favor or settlement. So yeah, take from that what you will.
I see. Okay.
And they can pay the settlement. It'll only be a couple $1 million. And I promise you, if you start a GoFundMe campaign to pay that, whatever the SEC wants to charge Ripple, I will even start paying towards it. They don't have to pay for it.
And Ripple will very likely sue the SEC then after the case, because basically the case cost them $100 million over the however many years they were doing it.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sure. And they got lawyers for days.
They've got people from Ripple on the SEC. They've got people from the SEC on Ripple. That happened about a year and a half ago. Big swap, 6 members.
Oh, I'm laughing. What is that?
I am dying here. I just had some very spicy chicken, and it is not helping my hangover. Oh God.
Yeah, Donnie, that'd be funny. SEC and XRP join forces. I would not doubt it at all.
Well, there's this the what was it?
Wasn't there a whisper about that years ago too?
There was the chairman of the CFDC was plastered all over Twitter because they were visiting Ripple and taking pictures with Brad and all this. So there's again rumors circulating that the CFDC is moving in and they're working with Ripple to get like clarity and regulation and all that.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't doubt it. Would not doubt it at all.
The only negative thing that Ripple has is before they went like on a public ledger, they had a private ledger, which is the same thing as what any banking system has. And there were coins on that ledger that people obtained, and then obviously they mint a new token, okay, to make it go public or whatever it is. I don't know that process, but those wallets are now blurred. So you don't know who those people were. And furthermore, you might not even know how many they hold because they can immediately just separate them out into 1 billion XRP into 1,000, 1 million XRP accounts, you know?
Yeah.
So that's that general speculation. I would like to know, given that it is a transparent network, it would be nice to know who some of those wallet holders are. But at the end of the
biggest
day,
issue with Ripple at the moment is whether I'm going to get a rose gold or a yellow gold yacht. I don't know which one.
The other thing with XRP is it has that gigantic centralized distribution system.
Right.
Bro, the thing is, if you look at centralized, it's not. If you look at centralization,
No, I realize it's decentralized technically, but not. But the centralized mechanism they have for distribution every period of time that is a centralized mechanism, and there is
That's
a
if you want
huge.
to access the XRPL. You, as someone, can also attract liquidity. Can go set up another ledger, and it's going to be run through. It's going to run through nodes and other ones. But you can set up another XRPL. No one's stopping you. It's an open environment. That's just a
No,
set of
it's an open environment, but there is a centralized mechanism for large distributions onto the market that happen routinely, which Ripple controls, or the XRP Foundation, whatever it's called.
I'm maybe misunderstanding you then.
Well, I mean, just for years they've been distributing billions of XRP onto the market every period of time, every like 3 months or whatever, every month or two.
Yeah, but the
And it
thing
comes
is,
from a centralized distribution mechanism.
the thing is with those mechanisms, the things that are getting bought out of whatever they have, that little vault, is let's say it's a bank. So I have a bank here called First National Bank. So First National Bank goes, yo, Ripple, we want to use your network, right? But we know that
Right.
we send a billion transactions in a year, let's just say, and that's
Yeah.
going to cost us currently $100 million at the current XRP
Right.
price to do that.
Right.
So XRP goes, okay, no, that's fine. What we have is we have this system where only a limited amount of coins that are in these wallets, in their wallet, that gets locked and unlocked for so many years. Whatever coins don't get sold get pushed further down the calendar again to get reopened up for next sales. The general idea is if you're an institution, you go to Ripple and you say, Ripple, I need to buy some coins. I'm not going to spend $100 million because that's a lot of risk for me. Your coin's moving from 50 cents to 25 cents. Now I've got $50 million. Now I have to buy more. It just becomes a problem. So you sign a contract with Ripple saying NDA agreement, all those non-disclosure agreements. You go and you say, hey, we'll give you the coin. So Ripple goes to FNB, to the bank, and says, we'll give you the coin now for, let's say, 1 cent a coin. Okay. Now, if you're willing to spend $100 million, that means you can get this many coins, which means that in the process of us going online, you charging your current customers just the same fee that you're charging now, $30, but you can deliver it in 3 seconds. You'll be able to buy back those coins that you're spending or whatever it is. Furthermore, if you want to be smart about it, bank, set up your own nodes, your own verification systems, so that you guys can make money off of the transactions you send in between each other. The only rule is any transaction that's sent, some of it gets burned to reduce the supply. So now these people that have these big accounts of the banks and stuff, they then go, the Ripple says to them, the red tape is you're not allowed to sell these coins. You're not allowed to sell them for 5 years, 10 years, whatever the deal is. And the general idea being is if XRP is at $1, they're gonna need, and they want to send $1 billion immediately, they're gonna need to find somewhere that has $1 billion worth of liquidity to take on that risk for 3 seconds. Now you'll go look at the centralized system you're talking about, XRPL. But if there's a bank that let's say has $500 billion and they can easily clear that and they trade the market already, they'll take on that risk. And if the market goes up, they make money. If the market goes down and they press sell, they still make money. They just had to send XRP. And long story short is no one can disclose that they're using the system via NDA. And if you want to find out who is using the system, you can go into the topology website. You can go use, Andy will be able to recommend a good IP address hunter. And then you just copy and paste the IP addresses in there. And then it gives you a whole bunch of people that we know. We have Apple on there. We have Amazon. We have Alibaba. We have all that bullshit. Tenomos, biggest money transfer business in Asia, they're on it. So, and if you look at it in the sense that the nodes and the validators are run by the banks, it's still centralized. But even me, I can run one, huh?
Oh yeah, for sure. And in that sense, it is absolutely decentralized in the sense that there's a ton of nodes running it. It's not a question. It's just there's certain mechanisms that make it not necessarily purely decentralized. But that's neither here nor there. It is essentially a decentralized currency in the practical sense, in the sense anybody can set up a node. And also, like you said, it's an open environment. Anybody can really play in there. And And it's just a utility, for big financial institutions moving large amounts, as you said. And that's there's a reason that small and mid-sized banks and all kinds of other financial institutions, like the idea of it. It's not by accident. But that's what you even mentioned it before. Like XRP is basically telling the banks and these other people, yeah, you can keep your wire transfer fees or whatever your fees are the same for the user, for the end user. So people are paying whatever it is, $25, $30 on a 1 cent transaction or 3 cent
but all you've
transaction,
done is speed it up from whatever it takes, 3 days to 3 seconds. So
which is
what
wonderful, but the technology reduces time and cost. And if the customer ultimately receives no benefit on saving cost, they're going to go to something that does give them benefit. It does not, you know what I mean? Like,
here's how the banking system thing works. Let's say I send $1,000 to Yasha's account in Israel. It's going to go from me, ACW's account. It's going to, wherever that bank is, it's going to go third party, then third party to Yasha, right? Now, each one of those steps from my bank to talk to third party, $10. From third party to talk to those guys, $10. And then for you to receive it in your account within your bank, $10. Now that system is cut in half and is cut down, and that's Swift. That's what you have to pay for Swift.
Yeah. No, I'm fully aware of how this works. I'm very, very, very familiar with this stuff. But my point is, if they don't reduce the end cost to the end user will ultimately find other ways for as many transactions as they can. And they will avoid this as much as they can.
You do that through global free competition.
Right, exactly. And XRP does not provide the best solution ultimately in terms of cost on small transactions to the end, to the customer, to the user. Like,
For me,
they only really provide great value to the large financial institutions that will be able to move significant quantities for large customers who don't care if they're paying, $100 or whatever for their transactions, versus smaller, customers that maybe like, hey, I don't want to really pay $50 to move something that I can use some other thing with and pay 3 cents or 10 cents or $1.
So that's all up to the applications that are utilizing XRPL ledger. Then it's all up to, right? So I can use the XRPL ledger and charge people in Zambia 100 kwacha to send whatever money.
Exactly. And the more people do that, the more people will use it as a solution. The more people, and the less people are offered that, meaning if the big banks or not the big banks because they're making their own tokens, but the medium-sized and the small-sized banks and even the large financial institutions like Apple, which is a huge mover of money, obviously, if they don't offer better solutions, people will choose other ways to pay.
So that's
like
where XRP has this idea behind it is the payment. It is the platform for streaming payments. So if you can imagine that Apple Store has 10,000 songs bought on it every 1 hour, right? And they're paying 20 cents to the bank just to deliver that, 80 cents now worth of profit. Then they lose out. Now they can deliver that whole song with profit for 99.9999 cents. And they can do that for every single transaction. So 10,000 transactions times 20 cents is $2,000 in an hour they've made. Easy. So that's where like Ripple starts to come on. That's why you want the XRPL ledgers if you're an institution, because it's not your job to give a shit. Your job is just to receive the payments and send the payments. And now there's a cheaper way to do that. And there's liquidity there.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like right now.
But how is that? I'm sorry, I'm kind of just getting in on this on the end. But how is that any? I mean, there's a million things that can do payments. Like there's nothing special about XRP.
Yes, so that's why you have a case like something called the ISO 222. Okay, and that is pretty much the signing off on paperwork to say, yes, we can implement systems such as blockchain to send payments, okay? It's not that XRP is going to win this. It's that there's statutory, regulatory requirements that have to be met. The company called Swift GPI. Swift GPI has been testing cryptocurrency blockchain for payment technologies because it's their job to look for ways to upgrade the Swift system Now, they've been looking at like 4 or 5. I've spoke to someone who actually worked there for 10 years, who was my neighbor. So he was shocked when he heard, is this what you can do with XRP? No ways. My uncle tunes XRP wants to go mess with those. They're going to get fucked. Do they even know how powerful Swift is? There's 2 different sectors, one in the financial sector, one who actually works the systems. Anyway, the general idea being is any Swift transaction costs Swift somewhere between like 15 cents to 25 US cents. Right? Now, Swift can reduce their network from 25 cents to, let's say, 2 cents on any blockchain technology, be it Dogecoin. They're going to want to do that because now for every transaction that comes through the book, they're receiving 23 cents worth of profit. They do 1 billion transactions in a day. They fucking minting 100 million in 24 hours every day.
I know, but the point is, what is so special about that? There's a dozen cryptos that could do the same thing.
Indeed, but do they have institutions behind them that are going to be swapping over their Nostro Vostro accounts to go throw them on the XRP ledger as to facilitate these transactions within their branches and mother companies across the board and across the globe? No.
So like JP Morgan's making their own coin.
Yeah, but now, you know how the XRP ledger works? It doesn't matter. I don't need JP Morgan's coin to send a transaction. You can use Ripple, and Ripple can send the JP Morgan coin. Someone has
right, but JP Morgan won't interact with XRP unless it needs to.
Right.
Yes. So then you'll have the third-party supplier, someone like me who wants to be in the market, who has a shitload of JP Morgan coin and a shitload of XRP, and I say, I'll transact it at a 1% profit above the market. That guy doesn't give a fuck.
Right.
Transaction's getting done.
Right.
I get paid. He gets a service. JP Morgan's thing decreases. So overall supply decreases. They're happy. Obviously, the other way, they're not going to be happy. But yeah. So now, that's what the XRP ledger is. And there's no one else that's building a system like this. There's people that are using...
That's true. That's true.
Web3 products, yes, they're using Solana chain. We're experiencing it here in Catalina, Wales. But they're not utilizing it. You know? Like, it's a layer of technology, man. And I'm sure if you're in the tech sector, you know. You fucking know. It's so thick. As soon as you start getting to doctorate level, computer science and stuff like this, the specialities are insane. So you need all of them to be talking to each other to set the same kind of data. But that's a general idea, right? Swift wants to write it off. They want to use blockchain. Currently, they can then still charge the banks 25 cents or whatever it is to do the transaction. Swift's transaction, that's the energy cost. Swift makes a shitload of money. Money moves faster. The only problem is the reason why you don't want Nostro Vostro accounts in a time like this, when the flip of the switch happens, is because there's going to be a lot of volatility in the market. Why? Because money, now someone who has $1 billion can send it in 3 seconds and buy that Apple stock. They don't even have to sell that Apple stock for dollars and then into Bitcoin. Me, who's got a shitload of Apple stock and is willing to swap for BTC, will be there to do that. Now, this becomes just a huge clusterfuck of trading, right? So you have, because of XRP, you have the whole market able to trade against each other for very cheap. Mm-hmm. And if you have a good institutional backer, let's say P-Funk buys a shitload of shares in Apple, you buy a shitload of shares in like one of the progressive health companies, I forget what they're called, med tech companies. Now we have a buyer that comes in and he's like, yo, I'm trading these 2 stocks. You have a place, you can offer him tickets. You can offer him the ability to trade that stock, Apple, and the other stock, and he's looking at a USD pair and he still doesn't even fucking know. That's how fluid the system is. It's different, man. And that's sort of why it takes a long time to get there. And I do believe there has to be other competitors in the game, right? But not like this, G. There's no one that has $100 million to just shit on salaries and buy offices because their money doesn't come.
The thing about Ripple and XRP is that they've been spending years making partnerships with all the banks and all the financial institutions. Mm-hmm. And there's other cryptos that'll do the same job, but Ripple is in the back pockets of everybody, and they're literally like all the way to the top level. It's crazy how deep it goes.
No, they got you guys. They certainly have you guys sold on it.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's the bankster coin. The banksters love it.
Where's
The small
follow the
niche
money?
of the banksters love it.
Follow the money. Where's the money?
Oh, yeah.
At the back. Like we hear a trading saying, find the gap.
For now.
Where's the gap to our
For
data?
now.
Data.
I don't know, man. I just if Swift wants to, all they have to do is implement their own blockchain, and they can freaking do the same thing.
For sure, they can. There's nothing stopping them.
Yeah.
And why didn't they? Because they have a company called Swift GPI.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah. But I mean, they're in bed with all of these huge institutions as well. So, I mean, you think they're going to give that business up? I don't know. I don't think so.
Because it goes to the Russian and Chinese money transfer system that they're trying to push through now the last 2 years, and a half.
Dude, they're not just in bed with; they are the standard by which all transfers occur.
Right.
Yeah.
So, no, they're not going to give it up. What they found is a way to work together because there was a big battle, essentially, between XRP and Swift in a friendly way, corporate friendly way, but still, it was a big battle. And basically, they, so far are in some kind of tenuous agreement, to work with each other. You got so many people leaving Swift, going to Ripple, going to work on XRP, making people from the World Bank and the IMF and all that stuff leaving to work at XRP. It's not, not hard to imagine that they have a nice team with good connections, let's just say, because they do. And there's a very high likelihood that, they'll have some kind of implementation happening because they're not just going to work and getting these high salaries for nothing,
Right? It's like these guys, you're paying the people from the SEC and these other places for their knowledge. That's why your project doesn't fail, because you're already a couple billion in the fucking drink. What's $100 million just salary for a couple years? In term. Now,
it's really connections even more than knowledge. Yeah. It's an effective form of lobbying, basically.
Indeed. It's interesting. So a quick thing: if you ever hear of like Iran or Iraq getting switched off from the banking system, we hear it come through the news. That's Swift. That's Swift going, bye, switching you off. Fuck your central bank. We out of here, right?
Yeah, but they only do that on orders. They only do that on orders usually from the U.S. government. That's pretty much what they.
Swift is owned by the U.S., but it is officed in Switzerland or something stupid.
No, Brussels.
That's the one. One of these little ones. For regulatory things.
Well, that's the EU headquarters. There's a reason that it's there. That's the NATO headquarters. So
check. Best friends, guys. Best friends. We're talking hooking up whole economies here, not just NFTs to different coins to buy with.
Yeah, no, it's the highway by which money moves around the world. Not even a question.
Peace.
Can I just say this? So imagine you have an oil contract. This is what I look at, right? Imagine you have an oil contract, and as I've said earlier, XRP can stream payments. So imagine 1,000 gallons flows through that pipe every 1 minute. I don't know what the flow rates are, right? 1,000 gallons flows through there every minute, and call that $1 million worth of money. There will be $1 million worth of XRP transactions happening every minute, guaranteed. So there'll be someone that's trying to hold the book at any given side of the market, right? And furthermore, imagine now it burns an XRP token, or burns a little bit of XRP for each of that transaction, and the supply is limited. What's going to happen to the coin as soon as you put it onto something that's like oil that doesn't stop? It doesn't stop burning. You check. So like the global reach is a lot closer than something like Chainlink. It's a lot closer than something like Ethereum. A lot closer than something like Solana. I wouldn't have stuck with this coin. I would have obviously been in another one if I found one better. That's how I look at it. I'm not a maxi. It's just,
I don't know, man. I'll tell you, the thing that worries me about XRP is, I mean, I've seen so many people stuck in this cult of XRP. It really scares me to even attempt to even believe that it's a good thing just because of the crazy people that are kind of in that cult, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. But the crazy people that are in the cult are on the retail side. They have nothing to do with
I know,
the
yeah,
side of this.
for
and
sure.
And the corporate side of this almost views that retail side even more like a pain than anything else. But
Yeah.
it's there because of the nature of the model. But it's a wacky side, but it's safe to ignore. Like obviously, they're just noisemakers. They're just literally a peanut gallery.
The retail side is there because they may not be the smartest bunch, yeah, but they can see how they can implement businesses on this ledger. That's it.
Some can.
I know I can. That's why I have a few.
Right.
Donnie, I just saw your comment.
Pulling myself.
I'm choking on my fruit.
I'm gonna stop talking about XRP.
I heard Brussels. I got 2 lines to do a song. I bet Yasha gets it. Well, I left
Brussels
and landed in Brussels.
That's right. Great song. Oh,
almost.
No, it's got to be a Grateful Dead song.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's when I paid my masterpiece.
It's
Bob Dylan. It's Bob Dylan. But yeah, the Dead cover.
Yeah. Fucking Bobby sings it good too, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's a great song.
It is.
I don't know, African. I don't want to. I don't want to dog ear anything like that. That's not my purpose of bringing it up. It's just that I mean, if you've got some good info to read or whatever, I'd be glad to read it. But I gave up on that stuff a long time ago.
For sure, I'll send you the list of the.
I'm loading up on Cardano and Solana.
That's right, baby.
There you go.
DGen JPEG
cheap
crypto chain.
Let's go. Right. JPEGs.
Yeah, Donnie's. Yeah, I agree 100%, Donnie. It's good to research and be skeptical about everything. Yep, 100%.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is the land.
I'll tell you what, it's fun to short XRP.
Well, yeah, I mean that's I mean it's a great tradable asset. I mean, forget about it.
For sure. Yeah, and every time it hits a nice high, it's like okay, some profits. Consistently reliable.
Yeah, totally. That's why we're here. Yep. Anybody can talk about whatever they want. It's all good. We just got schooled on XRP by the African Crypto Warlord. He's got P-Funk. He's got Batman and Robin dancing and shit.
It's been a great combo, boys. Great combo.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, man, you can be skeptical about all of it.
Yeah, big time.
I spent a long time dabbling with XRP, but I kind of stopped doing it when I was like, yeah, they have zero intention of making the user experience better in terms of price.
Yeah,
so for me, that was like, I'm done with that.
ACW, thank you, man. He's one who got me. I got in a little bit, and I don't even dabble in that shit.
So, he's out there preaching. He's preaching the gospel.
Yeah, behind the scenes, he is the man behind the curtain.
Where do I go?
You know what? He runs XRP, probably.
Yeah, you probably.
That's why he didn't wear the mask. He is Garlic House.
He is Brad Garlic.
Headquartered in Zambia.
Brad Garlinghouse's younger brother. Right.
Dude, I get idea. For sure.
He's goat garlic breath.
Oh, that is such a good Discord name.
Bitcoin in space. Sweet. Oh, we taking Bitcoin to the moon?
Woohoo! Yeah,
Woo!
Bitcoin. Orange coin go up.
I thought we went to the moon and came back already.
Pretty much. What was it, 70K?
Yeah,
And then
70K.
now it's like 13.
Yeah, Stellar for sure. That's Jet McCaleb or whatever.
Yeah,
He
right.
definitely-
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Stellar too. Yeah,
they broke
Yeah.
away and he started Stellar.
yeah, they're doing payments.
Right. Yeah, it's basically a very similar thing. But they never got big deals with banks. They always went to like big companies like IBM and stuff.
When he finally sold all his Ripple, right? From what I understand.
Yep, he finished it finished selling it like a month or two ago.
Oh, we got a bunny alert.
G Bunny.
Timer.
I think he still has 500 million left.
Bunny.
500 million. That's a lot.
Crazy. And that's when it was 0.000 cent. And all saying it's a bank, this coin, it's bad. That meant that he put 100 grand on there. Now look at it.
Right.
Yep. You know, I'm definitely glad that I've had my XRPs. I've had some good times with those things. But yeah, no.
Uh-oh, shit dumping or what? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Market's coming down. Bitcoin's coming
Scar
down.
giving signals.
If you didn't
Love
take your
it.
profits on your trade this morning, you're screwed.
Yeah,
Don't tell me.
it was quite a place to start there the day.
Right. Well, it was actually a
Well,
little session. Obviously, we're going to have to throw something about XRP in the title. Puck, we'll probably get a bunch of views.
Yeah, for sure.
Send you the SEO, bro. Send you the SEO.
Africa will get a bunch of subscriptions today
Yeah,
from the XRP army.
exactly.
Oh, God.
That's right.
Literally-
Oh, we'd love to have more XRP people in here. Why not? They could trade with this stuff too. Look at African; he trades with this stuff all the time.
Trading and debating. Trading and debating BTC versus XRP. That would be so clicky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting for this SPY 1SD move. It's literally at the daily S3. No, 2. No, 3. Opened up below the S2. If this thing is going to go back up to the end of the day, this will be probably where it bounces. I mean, you got the S4 right below it. If anything, 365.62 area, then that thing will kick up. You can go back looking at this indicator. This is a tight daily range too. We're talking all the support levels. I mean, hell, 365 to 385, $20. Ain't bad.
That's
Pretty tight though. A lot tighter to the downside too. That's time. But yeah, here we go. There's that 1SD almost there. What's that? 367.24. Kick this thing back up. Let's see. What do we got here? 15-minute. Yeah, it's definitely correlation is strong. Volatility is almost at 100%.
Broke 30K on the Dow.
First
I knew
5-minute
that was
candle.
happening.
Yep, the Fishers turned down on the downside too. Look at the DLP, man. That thing exploded down, created a new low. So there is no div there. A little bit building here, but the way this looks like, this returns oscillator is probably going to drop to this band again. We'll see.
Yeah, still got that really low on the entropy.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, keep an eye. This closes today, going into Monday. We talked about this last week. That that the Thursday, Friday moves and stuff are just setting up for this week a massive dump. I mean, we didn't get as much as I thought. It did dump though, right? I mean, hell, we were up there what, almost 390?
Oh yeah, pumped, dumped, and pumped again, and now it's dumping again.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stream. Let's get back at it Monday. Unless we have some crazy Bitcoin action this weekend, which I'm gonna look at this correlation later before I take off, see what's happening going into the close. Because if it goes negatively correlated, Bitcoin could pump this weekend. That would be good.
Yep.
Stick it to them. Although Bitcoin's flushing right now a little bit. All right, cool guys. Thank you, Warlord, for that XRP freaking thorough discussion about XRP. I really don't know shit about it. I know more.
I know more now.
All right, guys.
Yo,
All right, guys.
sweet.
Yep.
Let's
See
Catch
ya.
you later.
weekend.